All right. I am now called bishop. I'm called pastor. I'm called reverend. And I'm called some names that may not be good for public consumption. It was my privilege to be the pastor of the St. Paul Community Baptist Church for a number of years. I don't remember the exact year that MAAFA began, but I was, in a word, pregnant with the frustration that I had really inherited, where people were always asking, what's wrong with Black people? And so we were always the problem, but at the same time, we were the solution. And never the twain shall meet. And what I did is I discovered that one of the things psychologists and psychotherapists and sociologists all agreed to was that Black people have not mourned their losses. In fact, we have had to be involved in a reactive formation that caused us to have a sense of being responsible for the atrocities that were visited upon us. And then we further blamed ourselves for not being able to rise up, as they say, by our own bootstraps when we were barefooted. And so in my travels, particularly to the land of the Bible, and then my visit to the scriptures themselves, I recognized that in every group, there seems to be a period of mourning that is almost like being in labor for the formation of a new reality. So when I heard these professionals say that Black people had not mourned our losses, I had to figure out where that was true. And since I, as a Black Christian preacher, and with the privilege of pastoring a particular flock of people, began to look at my responsibility in that, I knew that I had to do something in terms of forming an opportunity for us to go into labor to give new birth even to our old selves. So MAAFA is about labor to bring forth new life. It is going back, but not to go back. But if I had to check out in the morning, I would really want as my epitaph that he loved Jesus Christ for who Jesus Christ really was. Not some aberrated figure usurped by demonic efforts to change his color, his eyes, the texture of his hair, or the love that motivated what he did. It wasn't just church. It was a way of life. It was a being. Jesus Christ, the center and the circumference of human existence. And that is even over against organized religion and established houses of worship. Well, you know, with the history of the pulpit, one of the things that people used to say when the preacher was preaching, Kenya, they would say, make it live, preacher, make it live. So preachers were known as great storytellers. Well, the tool of drama, poetry, dance is culture. So you add all of that together, you make it live. The average Black worship experience, good enough good experience, is loaded with drama. The choir marches in to a beat. The ushers stand as paramilitary. And the preacher orchestrates like a conductor of a symphony. Even when he says, say amen, lights. It is drama for us. We make it live. I met with some people I'm in conversation, and they lovingly said to me, not knowing what even their remarks or how prophetic they would be, they said, Pastor, everybody don't want to sing on the choir. Everybody don't want to be an usher. And the Black community is so multi-gifted that we wind up, and I'm going to say Christians, that need to, at this point in time, revise the Black church. We cause our offspring and others to prostitute their gifts out because we don't welcome them back in to the presence of God. Drama is a natural for us. But what I would really like is to take this moment to thank you, to thank Michele, to thank Naima, to thank Daryl, and all of the wonderful people who make themselves and their gifts available to do what InCarn has creatively done.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yes, sir. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And as I am taught to say as a bishop, the Lord be with you.
And also with you.
Thank you, sir.